What's up, you guys? This is Rob from Gay Guy Plays, and today on the Daily Grind, we're gonna do a little bit of a stream of consciousness because there's a couple things that I have been thinking about as of late. First and foremost, I see the countdown timer is running out on my Primed Access, which means we are due for a new Prime very soon. And let's figure we all kind of got a feeling as to who it is. And then I also wanted to do a little bit of a discussion on Harrow. So I think with my Loki, we're just probably gonna do a couple of fissure missions. Nothing too crazy. We're just gonna run with the kind of combo build that I use, and then of course Hema, Static Core, and the fisty weapons, the Prisma Obex. So we don't have anything 100% confirmed yet, but I think that we all kind of know, like in our heart and souls, that it's it's about to be time for frickin' Oberon Prime. Now, I don't know if anybody else is like betting against him, if anybody else kind of has like feelings down deep in their soul that it's not going to be him. Now, as much as I don't like to rely on data mines for like info, I kind of occasionally like to know, I'm like, alright, well, is this a thing that's coming out? So, and I haven't seen anything, based on that. And, I've kind of also been calculating because, so, I've got 30 days left on the booster, and it's usually, like 30 days and then like a little bit extra, for when the actual primes come out. So that would put us at April, January, February, March, April, May. So that would be like a June release, right? So in my head, I'm like, okay, so we've got a June release, but at the same time, we've also got, TennoCon coming up at the beginning of July. So I'm almost kind of like wondering, I'm almost kind of scared that they're going to postpone something till the beginning of July in order to kind of like make it happen. And I'm like, oh no, I want it in June though, I want it in June. But then that also kind of begs to differ, when the fuck is Harrow coming out, right? So all of these release dates, I'm like, when is this going to be a thing? Is it going to be Oberon? Like, I'd like it to be Oberon. I'd like it to be Oberon. I think that it would be very cool. Somebody is saying hello to me. Hello. Usually I don't do this, but I'm gonna tell them hello too. Hello. Or Harrow. Oh no, I missed the joke. Damn it. Gosh darn it. I could have had the joke, but I didn't. No, so like a part of me is very curious as to see when all of this is gonna get released, when what is gonna be coming out. Because to be honest with you, like I want Harrow ASAP, but I also want a Prime. Not that they've ever like hesitated in dropping a Prime at like nearly the same time as another frame. Oh my god, last year I remember when they dropped Titania, and literally the week later it was like Necros Prime. I was like, I didn't even get to finish having fun with Titania yet. You have to give me a minute. You have to give me a minute. But yeah, so I'm thinking Oberon Prime. The only other ones that it really could be, like if we're really gonna chat about it, is what is it? Limbo and maybe Limbo or Hydroid. And I feel like, if I'm gonna be real with you, I feel like if they're gonna release a Prime, I think it's technically Hydroid then Limbo. But a part of me is like, if they're gonna release a Prime, if they're gonna release Hydroid Prime, they'd probably want to like touch him up first, because I think like regardless of how positive I am, you know what I mean, even I will admit Hydroid needs a little bit of love. He needs a little bit of love. He needs a little bit of touching. He needs some extra sauce on that pasta. He's a little flat when it comes to all his noodly bits. But yeah, no, so I'm totally thinking that really the best candidates for it would be Limbo, who just got his rework, and not Hydroid, Limbo and Oberon. So a part of me is like, well, they're probably gonna like ditch Oberon real quick. Not Oberon. They're probably gonna ditch Hydroid, and it's probably gonna be Oberon next, then Limbo shortly after it, right? At least that makes sense in my body and my soul. So I think that's gonna be pretty freaking cool. And those two frames, I'm really interested to see how a Prime would look for them. Like legit, Oberon, I just want primed horns. Like, dude, primed motherfucking horns would be so dope. And we've seen their work with like the Feyark skin. So I feel like there's some visual love going on for Oberon, and I'm really into that. And then Limbo, totally curious about, because he already looks kind of primed. I don't know, like, what do they give him, like, a better waistcoat? Like, how do they handle priming Limbo, who's pretty much in a suit? How do you make a suit prime? I mean, I'm sure they've got ideas. I'm sure they've got, like, you know, I'm sure they've got their own visions for what he's gonna be like. But, you know, I mean, I'd love to see Limbo prime. The rework made him really cool, if still not, you know, extremely, ooh, look at that. If not extremely irritating to a bunch of people. But, you know, a part of me is very much like, ooh, should I, I'll go with that. We'll stick with that. But yeah, so I'm very, very curious to see. I'm excited. I'm kind of crossing my fingers that we're gonna get Oberon Prime. I want to see big, crazy Prime horns, and I think, and if they don't, here's the thing. If they don't do that, my heart's gonna be broken. So I'm putting that out into the universe. But if he is a Prime, if he is our next Prime, I'm assuming that his model's already done. Like, his model's already done, or his model's something somewhere, you know, that's kind of like my feeling on that. Ooh, 2 days till the Zenith. Exciting, very exciting. Well, now you know what's coming up on the channel next, right? So we've got that, and then I also wanted to kind of like touch on Harrow, but let's wrap all of our feelings up first, real quick on let's wrap all of our feelings up real quick on the Prime. So definitely, I think Oberon Prime is next. I'd put money on that. I would put bank on that. I don't know. You guys bet. Okay, here's the thing. We do betting on our channel. It's not really betting, but it's just for fucking glory. So you put it in the comments. You're like, this is definitely what's gonna come out next. And then when it does come out, you could be like, told you so. I told you ahead of time, a month ahead. We knew. I knew. You knew. We all knew. So put it in the comments. Let me know what weapons you think are gonna come out with them. Okay. I have strong feelings that it's gonna be a crossbow. I think that there's gonna be a crossbow involved, and possibly, ooh, I love it when they do this. Sancti Magistar? I think a lot of people are cheering for Sancti Magistar, but I think that we might, I don't know, we did just get a sidearm. We did just get a prime sidearm, so maybe we'll get, I have a feeling it's gonna be a crossbow, and then we'll get something weird. Maybe we'll get Kavat. Maybe we'll get Kavat armor this time around. If I'm just gonna be, you know, if I'm gonna be completely frank with you, because I don't know, like, I kind of like don't feel like, I mean, as much as I would love to say Sancti Magistar, we have so many primed heavy weapons that a part of me is like, is that really gonna be what it is? I'm almost thinking maybe it'll be like, do we even have any like one-handed swords to like do that too? I'm trying to think in my head what are the actual options available to us, because legitimately, I can't really think of in my head what would be good. Maybe like a Karis Prime, like, because we do have so many like heavy melee weapons already that in my head I'm kind of like, I can't justify there being another heavy weapon, even if it totally fits him, because I definitely do think that it fits. Sancti Magistar definitely kind of like fits, you know, everything that's going on with Oberon. But me personally, I'm a little bit like, all right, we've had a few too many heavy melee weapons. I think that they would probably end up looking somewhere else for their heavy melee, or somewhere else for their melee weapons, like a different category. Maybe even dual-wielded swords. I can totally see that being a thing. But the thing is, I don't even think we have too many in that category. Oh, you know what it could be? I mean, I know some people would jizz themselves for this, but Lacera Prime. I totally think that could be a thing. Lacera Prime? I don't know if I'd put money on it though. I don't know if I would like put it in the comments and be like, this is my bet. I think what I'm gonna go for is definitely one of the crossbow primes. So either Attica or Zouj, one of those two, or and Kavat armor. That's what I'm gonna put. So you put it down in the comments below what you think it's gonna end up being, so that way you can lock it down in the history of all histories. Or if somebody's already spotted like the data mine and my dumbass just missed it, you know, let me know that it exists and I should probably go take a look at it. But next on the list of topics to talk about is Harrow. I am actually really excited for Harrow. I know that there's a lot of others, not a lot, but there's some people out there that are like, ugh, I'm not into it. I don't like headshots. I don't like this. I don't like that. And a part of me is like, man, give him a minute. Give him a minute, because I have a strong feeling, at least in my head, This is the way I'm picturing it. So this isn't necessarily accurate. This isn't necessarily what's gonna be true. I'm just putting this out into the universe as this is a potential possibility that could happen. Is a part of me is very much like she's gonna end up like Ana from Overwatch. Alright? Like, I don't know if you guys pay attention to any of the Overwatch stuff. I don't know if you guys know any of the Overwatch stuff, but basically what ended up happening is when Ana came out, everybody's like, Ana's trash, Ana's trash, Ana's trash. Then people ended up getting a hold of her, and they're like, holy shit, Ana is over fucking powered, and she ruled the goddamn meta. And a part of me was like, this is, like, it's too early to judge how good a frame is gonna be, and some people, like, it boggles my mind, because some people really are really that fucking arrogant with themselves that they're like, I already know how this is gonna be. I'm like, I'm excited. I'm excited, but I'm not telling you that it's gonna be good. That's the big part. I'm not telling you that it's gonna be good. I'm telling you that I'm excited. That's as far as I'm gonna go with that, because legitimately, let's take this down to 69 and we'll move on with, we'll close it out in this mission. But legitimately, what do you call this? Like, I mean, I'm just telling you my feelings. Like, I'm gonna get aboard that hype train, because number one, I think he looks good. I really thought I would hate the model more. I really did. I really did, with the weird fucking nose thing. Like, it was like, I feel like it was like their way of trying to make a plague doctor, and it just turned it out to be like some sort of like bread braid. You know how they like like they do the twists on bread. It looks like that's kind of sticking out of his nose, and I really thought I would hate it. And then I saw it live, and I was like, fucking lo and behold, like, sweet baby Jesus, it looked right. And I was like, gosh darn it. Not that I wanted to hate it. And you know what, here's the thing, let me point that out too. There's some people that just want to hate shit. Like, regardless of where you go, what you do, what it is, a lot of people are like, he just agrees with everything DE does. No, I just don't hate what DE does. And I don't hate everything that DE does, unlike some people who literally just wanna shit on the game at every point they can and be like, well, this is the way I would have made it. Bitch, make your own goddamn game. If this is how you make it, then go make your own goddamn game, because you think you're so goddamn smart. But no, I'm really into the skill-based gameplay, and I know that you know, not everybody's into that, but I definitely, like, he definitely reminds me of like Ana from Overwatch, and I'm kind of hoping that it's gonna be, how do I put this? I hope that it's gonna be as rewarding as Ana's gameplay was. Not that she's like the top of the charts anymore, because she did get a couple nerfs. But don't worry, I'm aware. I watch my Overwatch news, you know. I watch the force feed, and he's a cutie. Why wouldn't I watch that? No, but like, that's kind of like the way that it goes, is like, if you're gonna create a Warframe with a high skill ceiling, I would really like to make sure that it feels rewarding to use them, you know. And here's the thing, I don't mind the skill ceiling being a little punishing if the rewards are that fucking good. Like, if it's legitimately a reward to, you know, because for those of you guys who don't know, I've actually recently written an article as a guest blog for Warframe. So there's a guest blog that's going to be going up at some point. I submitted it for approval on Friday, sent the images in and all that kind of stuff, so it was in there Friday afternoon. I don't know when they're gonna launch it, but you know, they gotta make sure that I didn't say dicks all over the place in the copy. Which I didn't, unfortunately. I tried to see if I could get approval for that, but unfortunately that's not how it works, you know. Gotta push the gay agenda. I gotta let everybody know in the world that the gays are here, and that we're queer, and that we're full of beer. I don't drink beer, but hey, some gays like beers. But yeah, one of the things that I had mentioned is that one of the skill sets, and this actually pulled from an older video, for Warframe is technical. And I'm gonna be honest with you, like, we just got Octavia, which I really think is a highly mechanical frame. I mean, when you can cheese out 2 hours in a solo survival, mainly just using her abilities, very technically, very mechanically rewarding. So I'm hoping that Harrow is going to be as technically rewarding as Octavia is mechanically rewarding. Because, you know, you gotta do it big, right? You gotta do it pretty gosh darn big if you're gonna if you're gonna require headshots to be a thing. Now, one of the other things that they did point out is like that his first ability, Condemn, they might get a little bit of a tweak where it's kind of like when you shoot them, they do respond a little bit instead of just staying there completely motionless, which I think I'm okay with. I mean, a little bit of motion, just as long as you lock them down. The ability is already strong enough, giving you shields and locking them down at the same time. So I'm cool with that. I'm definitely cool with that. But let me know how you guys feel about it. Because, like, personally, I feel, hey, if it's rewarding as fuck, then I say go ahead and make a frame that relies on headshots to do all of that kind of stuff. Really excited to see how they're going to work with shotguns, exactly how it's going to do it, because I'm wondering if it's like, if it's, you know, every time you get a headshot, or if it's every time you get a kill with a headshot, because when I looked at the coding, I could have sworn that it said kill somewhere there. But that's just me. We're going to have to find out when Harrow launches, which, like I said, I'm really excited about, because I did have a lot of fun with Ana in Overwatch, and I'm getting those same vibes. Not that, and I mean, if you really want to be a nitpicker, Ana actually can't get headshots in Overwatch, but you know, I'm just saying, I think it's going to be kind of cool, and I can't wait to see what we can do with him with mods, because, you know, I was looking at what he does. He's got a little bit of armor, he's got shielding, he's got some HP stuff going on. I'm like, let's see what we can do. Let's see what we can do with him. And I'm really excited to see, especially if we get shield gating. I'm just putting that out there into the universe. Anyway, I'm going to close it out right here because I feel like I've been rambly enough already. Let me know how you guys feel about the upcoming primes. Like, what primes do you think are coming up next? Like, if you even want to put down the order and, like, the weapons that you think are getting primed, let me know if maybe you guys spotted a data mine. Maybe I launch this tomorrow and, like, Saturday night we get, like, a data mine that says, oh, you know, I don't know, Octavia Prime is in the build. Don't fucking ask me. That. And then, of course, let me know how you guys feel about Harrow. And let's hold off on how you feel about Harrow, and let's talk about how we feel about judging things a little too early. Like, do you really think that you can 100% judge the performance of a frame at this stage? And let's also talk about one-to-one comparisons in that as well, because a lot of people are trying to compare Harrow to people like Trinity. They always do that shit. Same shit happened to Oberon, and I'm like, I'm over y'all. I'm over this discussion. Anyway, I'm gonna let you guys go. So as always, love somebody, hurt nobody, and touch your order shut up body. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.